Thank you all for coming. Somebody asked me before at one of our meetings how many people we could expect to come to this event. And I said, well, between 25 and 225. And it looks like we have 225. And one more aside before I give my prepared comments. Somebody mentioned the swales. My title, for those of you who've lived in the canyon for a long time, is Queen of Swales, Trails, and Tales. I spearheaded covering up those swales. People couldn't get their horse trailers and their trucks into their own properties on the west side of Sand Canyon. And then we put the trails on top of them, as was said. And then, of course, all the emails that I sent to everybody with lost dogs, that's the tails. And trails, of course, our Sand Canyon Trail, which before I die is going to get finished, please God. Anyway, let me start. Good evening. My name is Ruth Ann Levison, and for those of you who do not know me, my husband Mike and I have been residents of Sand Canyon for 36 years. May I say that I am totally on board in spades with all the other speakers and their alarming statistics. By the way, you have to look at me the entire time because I don't have anything but those two pictures. Whoops. What's going on here? Oh. Okay, as long as the mic works. I would also like to tell you all that I am a lifelong equestrian. I've been a horse owner since I was a kid. My family had a small horse property on the edge of Griffith Park in the Riverside Drive Rancho section of Burbank. An interesting side note, our property was taken by eminent domain when the 101 freeway was built, connecting our San Fernando Valley to downtown Los Angeles. Gives you an idea how old I am. Fast forward to 1983. Mike and I were thrilled to find Sand Canyon, a special standards district in Los Angeles County, to build our Forever Ranch. And forever meant to us that we would never lose our equestrian way of life, as did my family and those folks who lived adjacent to Griffith Park. We both became active on our Sand Canyon community and have continued to be all these years. Mike, my husband, was our trails chair for a long stretch, and I have been on the SCOA board, again my age, since 1999. Obviously, open space and trails are my passion. As a community member, I work diligently with Lorraine West and many other extended community members on the establishment of our open space preservation district. The dream for all of us was a green belt around our city to keep the San Fernando Valley from bleeding its blight into our area. I remember clearly when the city helped squelch an enormous development project named Las Lomas on the rim of the mountains between our valley and the San Fernando Valley because it was in the path of our green belt. It is now permanent public open space owned by the city. It is heartbreaking to me that now the city is entertaining the possibility of putting that commercial San Fernando Valley blight smack in the middle of our rural equestrian Sand Canyon community. Indeed, a special standards district adopted by the city from the county when it incorporated and was meant to protect that very status. Coincidentally, just some weeks ago, I heard our Assistant City Manager, Frank Oviedo, interviewed on City Council member Bill Miranda's SCV TV show. Learn a lot about stuff around the city when you watch that show. Frank talked passionately about the diversity of our Santa Clarita Valley and how the city has worked very hard to balance all of our diversiveness and city's efforts to maintain our small town feel by balancing between residential, commercial, open space, and yes, mentioned rural communities that maintain our historical Western heritage. This massive commercial resort does nothing to maintain that balance if located in the midst of our Sand Canyon community. Trying to keep our area rural and equestrian oriented when the Robinson Ranch Golf Course was proposed many moons ago, our thinking was that a serene golf course, there it goes again, might be a better option for our rural area than hundreds of more homes. Therefore, our community negotiated, in good faith, I might add, with the city and the developer of Robinson Ranch. It was established that the two, forgive me for repeating some of what's been said, but it's sort of a wrap-up for me. It was established that the two golf courses would be deemed open space. Now, this new owner of the property, not so new as it turns out, with no developer skills for his own financial gain, wants to take away our open space and put in a mega hotel project with community meeting space, several restaurants, ballrooms, whatever. Well, as has been said, our east side already has many, many developments that are going to fill those needs. I would like everybody to know that I am personally not against development where it's appropriate. Whether or not this proposed development might or might not be successful in a commercial area is totally immaterial to me. In my humble opinion, our Sand Canyon community is not a commercial area, and nor should it ever be. I do thank this task force of many concerned residents for allowing me this opportunity to share my thoughts, and I thank all of you for listening to us tonight.